Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's me talking Submitted 2 here, and for today's video, so everyone, with only 2 more fighters left coming out for the second Fighters Pass, it is really unknown at this point of who could be the final 2 DLC characters for Smash Bros. Ultimate. And not only that, with E3 coming in a couple of months, it is really likely from the fact that Challenger Pack 10 will be revealed by then, while the final DLC character might at least be revealed at some sort of a big event, maybe not likely the Game Awards this year, but we'll just have to wait and see. But while we are waiting for E3 to come, I want to be discussing about 2 characters that maybe deserves a spot for Smash Bros. Ultimate, but you can only choose one of the 2 characters. One that is highly requested, and the second one that is, like, I guess you can say, has a very decent request from fans, but really isn't that popular from the one character that everyone talks about, but has relationships to the same company, Activision. That's right, I'm talking about 2 characters from the same company, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Both of these characters are related to Activision, and both of these characters are very requested. The thing is, though, is that Crash Bandicoot is the biggest request of all time, and fans are speculating that that character exactly would be a good reveal for E3 this year. But I really cannot believe that no one ever talks about Spyro, given the fact that Crash is the most biggest one yet. So, I want to be discussing this video about which character deserves more of a Smash Bros. DLC spot, whether it's Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. Now, keep in mind, I will not be biased toward Crash, because here's the thing, I think it's more likely from the fact that Crash is going to be the big one, but the thing is, I want to see how they would do it if Spyro was chosen over Crash Bandicoot. So, with all that, let's just discuss which character deserves the biggest spot for Smash Ultimate, starting off with Crash Bandicoot. Now, when it comes to Crash Bandicoot, let's talk things popularity-wise. As we all know, Crash is like the biggest character, and the biggest requests from fans, next to characters like Sora and Dante. When it comes to popularity-wise, he is really the most likely character to ever come to E3. Moveset-wise, though, I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this. Crash Bandicoot has a bunch of really interesting movesets from his original games. The problem is, though, is that fans kind of think he could be somewhat of a clone to Incineroar. Now, I really don't think that, and the reason why the Smash community thinks that is mostly because from the fact that Crash Bandicoot has a spinning move, as I guess you can say his neutral, and there's already a character that does that, which was Incineroar of his Darkest Lariat. But he can also have another moveset idea, such as, I don't know, possibly, the Wumpa Fruits, the Wumpa Fruit Bazooka, I think that's what it's called. Then he can have the TNT crates with the Nitro crate, and the TNT crate as well. Maybe not the Nitro crate, and maybe he can use, the crates again, or he could use a jetpack, as he has been seen using a jetpack in some of his games. Not entirely sure when it comes to moveset, really. And what about content-wise when it comes to a character coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate? And here's the thing, though, every character so far has gotten itself somewhat of a unique stage, and all of it being a unique moveset. Like, for example, Joker has Arsene, Banjo-Kazooie has, a partner duo sort of complex with Banjo using some golden feathers, Terry has command input, Steve has a crafting materials and can mine ores and stuff, you get the point. Crash Bandicoot has something like that. And maybe which stage would be more likely? Either the final boss of where you can fight Neo Cortex in the first Crash Bandicoot game, or it could just be Wumpa Island. Most likely Wumpa Island. And the spirits, though, it could just be characters such as, I don't know, Coco Bandicoot. But Coco Bandicoot could really just be an alternate costume to Crash Bandicoot, and that's pretty much from the fact that you can play as Coco in all of the Crash games. And obviously, Neo Cortex is going to be one. Aku Aku, though, is really a character that would make sense, and especially Uka Uka, as spirit-wise, especially, what was it, Embryo? I forgot who the other character was. And Embryo will make sense, and Crash Bandicoot really is a huge request character when it comes to either moveset, popularity-wise, and what content we bring, and fans most likely speculate this character to come at E3. Now, what about Spyro, though? Just like I said in the beginning, Spyro the Dragon has some sort of a half-decent chance when it comes to, adding to Smash Bros. Because He's like a somewhat second character from Activision, because Crash, like I said, is the biggest request of Activision characters. But Spyro the Dragon, let's just think of a hypothetical thing. Let's just think of a hypothetical way. If Nintendo went to Activision and they didn't want Crash Bandicoot for Smash Brothers and they prefer Spyro, then they would have preferred this character instead of Crash Bandicoot. Would it disappoint fans? Most likely, because they prefer a one character that fans want instead of a dragon and all. And when it comes to popularity wise, I'm not entirely sure if he has some sort of a decent chance. It's more like I guess a 75%. Crash is like a 99% sure, but Spyro though, imagine what kind of moveset he would have. And now that I think about it, the moveset would he have? Now here's the thing, he's a dragon, so it's obviously he's gonna free to like breathe fire, but he also does breathe ice in one of his games, given the fact that the Re-9 trilogy. I mean, now here's the thing, I don't personally play Spyro, but the thing is that I think in one of these games he does breathe ice instead. Not only that, obviously he can fly, and his Final Smash though, I did see it, it's sort of like a supercharge, which is basically like a power-up Spyro. The thing is though, every Final Smash for Smash Bros. Ultimate, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro's Final Smashes, all Final Smashes have to at least be fast-paced. Steve, even though it was a kind of a very difficult way to like predict what sort of Final Smash he had, because I thought it would be the Ender Dragon, instead they would just give him something that is way more fast-paced. They would have to do the same thing for Spyro and Crash though, whether it's going to be cinematic-wise, and now that I think about it, almost every DLC character for Ultimate always has a cinematic cutscene when it comes to using their Final Smashes, but we'll just have to wait and see. As for content, like I said, I don't personally play Spyro, but I guess they can choose some of the characters, like a Laura and a few characters from Spyro, maybe the final bosses as well. And for the stage, it really could be any of the stages from any of the Spyro games. All of them, at least as far as I know. I've seen gameplay of it, and as far as I know, all of them to at least have some sort of an area that looks kind of like a fighting arena. Like, I mean, Crash Bandicoot's Wumpa Island seems sort of like a fighting arena if Sakurai and Nintendo has to at least implement how the stage of Wumpa Island would look like. As for Spyro though, as far as I've seen, I think most of the stages I've seen has at least some sort of like a fighting arena look. And now, these are all of the characters that I've discussed when it comes to either popularity-wise, the moveset, and what sort of content they would have. So overall, which character deserves the spot for Smash Bros. Ultimate? It really depends at this point. The thing is that Nintendo are the ones who chose the characters, and as of 2019, it is really unknown whether or not Nintendo went to Activision, and it's really unknown from the fact whether the company agrees that they would like to see Crash Bandicoot come to Smash Bros. Ultimate, or it's either Spyro the Dragon. If they disagree to both of them, or at least one of them, they would at least choose the other characters. As far as I heard, I've been hearing fans saying that Activision seems kind of like a stingy somewhat thing, sort of like Square Enix, but unlike Square Enix though, I'm not entirely sure when it comes to Activision about them being stingy. But the thing is though, is that for the past few years, they really didn't mind having Crash Bandicoots 1 through 4 come to the Switch, and especially Spyro Re-9 trilogy. So I'm not entirely sure why they think they are stingy and all. Plus, I mean, the thing is, if they would at least add one of these two characters, they would raise up the sales and all. Because, I mean, look at Sephiroth. Sephiroth cost so many Smash Bros. Fans to play Final Fantasy VII on the Nintendo Switch more. Minecraft, even though Minecraft is like the biggest selling point, they still buy the game because Steve was in Smash Bros. ARMS, I guess you can say, would be a thing. And Xenoblade 2, I mean, come on, Pyramid are in, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are now being bought because of these characters. I might be one of them in the future if I have the chance to buy it. They would do the same thing when it comes to either choosing these characters like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. So, but which character is most likely? Well, like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to be biased when it comes to Crash Bandicoot. But in my opinion, I think Spyro would deserve at least a semi-chance to be, but Crash Bandicoot would at least most likely come to Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm not entirely sure which character it deserves a spot, but I want to know all your opinions down below of which of these two characters deserves a spot for Challenger Pack 10 or 11 as part of the second Fighters Pass. Do you think Spyro has more of a chance, or Crash Bandicoot more of a chance? I want to know all your opinions down below. And with all that out of the way, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos. I'll see you guys next time. Remember this, once a legend, always a legend.
Like a Hellcat.